you are the student of BCom faculty, BSc faculty, BE streaming, डिप्लोमा और इंजीनियरिंग, सभी के लिए कम्युनिकेशन स्किल इज़ वेरी मच इम्पॉर्टेंट, and that is why we have to learn all the aspects, all the characteristics, all the elements and all the important points of communication skills. In today's session we are going to describe another very important point of communication skill, which is called the 7 C's of communication skills or 7 C's of effective communication. जैसा कि मैंने आप लोगों को प्रॉमिस किया था कि हम लोग हर एक सेशन क्वेश्चन वाइज लेने की कोशिश करेंगे, यानी कि जिस तरीके का सवाल आप लोगों को क्वेश्चन पेपर में दिखाई देगा उसी तरीके का सेशन हम लोग ऑर्गेनाइज करने की कोशिश करेंगे. वी विल ट्राई टू सॉल्व द आंसर ऑफ द क्वेश्चन विच आर द 7 C's of effective communication. If you are the student of diploma, if you are the student of BCom faculty, BSc or engineering, you must know that there are 7 C's of communication. अगर चाहे आप किसी भी स्ट्रीम के हो, चाहे आप किसी भी फैकल्टी से आते हो, आप लोगों को ये ज़रूर सवाल मालूम होगा. इफ़ यू आर द स्टूडेंट, आप लोगों को ज़रूर मालूम होगा कि विच आर दी 7 C's of communication. लेकिन जैसा कि मेरे स्टूडेंट से भी मेरी बात होती रहती है और मेरे स्टूडेंट का मैंने एक फीडबैक लिया था जिससे मुझे पता चला कि 7 C's of communication समझने में लेक्चर में बहुत इजी लगता है, लेकिन एट द टाइम ऑफ राइटिंग एक्चुअल आंसर स्टूडेंट्स विल डेफिनेटली फेस सम काइंड ऑफ प्रॉब्लम. तो आज के इस लेक्चर में मैं आप लोगों को 7 C's of communication बहुत ही अलग तरीके से सिखाने की कोशिश करूँगा. 7 C's of communication आप लोगों को मैं इस तरीके से सिखाऊंगा कि चाहे आपने एक बार भी अगर मेरा लेक्चर ध्यान से देखा, सुना, सवाल का जवाब बहुत ही अच्छी तरीके से लिख पाओगे. तो चलिए बिना देरी करते हुए हम लोग देखेंगे कि 7 C's of communication क्या है. 7 C's of communication का एक्चुअल लर्निंग, एक्चुअल टीचिंग शुरू करने से पहले मैं आप लोगों को बता दूं कि 7 C's of communication आर नॉट ओनली इम्पॉर्टेंट फॉर to solve the examination paper, to solve the questions in the examination paper, but it is also important for our daily life. For example, कि जैसे कि हम लोगों को पता है कि कभी कभी दो लोगों के बीच मनमुटाव होता है, कभी कभी झगड़ा होता है, तो इसका शायद कारण आप लोगों को इस 7 C's में मिलेगा. आपने मैसेज तो किसी और को दिया है, डेफिनेटली आपने बहुत ही अच्छी लैंग्वेज से बात की है, अपने अच्छे इंटेंशन से बात की है, आपके मन में कोई खोट नहीं थी, लेकिन फिर भी सामने वाला इंसान आपकी बातें गलत तरीके से लेता है. तो उसके कुछ कारण होते हैं जो कि आप लोगों को कोई बताता नहीं है, लेकिन आज के इस लेक्चर में मैं ज़रूर आप लोगों को वो कारण बताने की कोशिश करूँगा. सो बिना देरी करते हुए लेट्स स्टार्ट the 7 C's of communication. Now let us see which are the 7 C's of communication. So अक्सर हम लोगों ने देखा है स्टूडेंट कि ये सवाल जो है वो 10 मार्क के लिए या 8 मार्क के लिए आपको एग्जामिनेशन पेपर में पूछा जाता है. So let us see which are the 7 C's of communication. Let us start with one of the most important principles of communication, clarity. Simply, clarity means that whatever you say or write should be easy to understand. It should be very easy to understand. The person listening to you should not feel confused, lost or forced to guess your meaning. So if your message creates doubt, then communication has already failed, no matter how intelligent the words sound. In today's fast life, people don't have time to decode complicated sentences. Whether you are teaching in classroom, speaking in meeting or sending a WhatsApp message, clarity helps your ideas reach directly into the listener's or receiver's mind. So how do we achieve clarity? Use simple words first. Okay, now try to use very simple language, try to use very simple sentences or words. Many people believe that difficult English sounds more professional, but actually simple language shows confidence and maturity. Your goal is not to impress with vocabulary, your goal is not to impress with your using words, but your goal should be to make the listener understand instantly. So next, focus on main idea at a time. When too many thoughts are mixed in one sentence, the message becomes heavy and confusing, right? So clear communication is like a straight road. The listener should know exactly where you are going. Third, avoid unnecessary details. Extra words or extra use of sentences or unnecessary words are like traffic on a busy Mumbai road. They slow down the journey of your message. Say what is needed and stop there. So you have to use conciseness. You have to use only limited and very specific words to deliver your message. So let's look a quick example. Instead of saying kindly revert at the earliest regarding the above mentioned matter, you can simply say please send your reply by tomorrow. So same meaning but much clearer and more human, and in fact it can save your time also. Okay, so clear instructions actually save your time always. Now let's understand the next powerful principle of communication, conciseness. So conciseness means expressing your message in fewer words without losing the real meaning. It is not about speaking less, it is about speaking smartly. So when your communication is concise, the listener understands quickly, remembers easily, and respects your time as well as theirs. So in this way, by using the concise words or by using conciseness in your language or message, you can save the time of sender as well as the receiver both. So conciseness conveys that in business emails, online meetings, and professional conversations like formal communication, long and complicated messages often make people lose interest, or long and complicated messages often create a kind of confusion. So imagine receiving an email that takes 5 minutes just to reach the main point. Most people will either skip it or misunderstand it. That is why conciseness is a sign of professional communication. So how can you make your message concise? There are some tips. For example, first, avoid repetition. You should avoid the repeated words. Many times we unknowingly repeat the same idea, same words, same sentences using different types. So repetition makes communication heavy and slow. Say it once clearly and confidently. Second, remove extra and unnecessary words. So words like basically, actually, or long formal phrases sometimes add length but not value. In fact, they have no much importance in talking, but we unconsciously use them continuously. So shorter sentences often sound stronger and more impactful. Use short and very impactful sentences always. Next, third, be direct and polite. Okay, come to the point respectfully but quickly. Direct communication does not mean being rude. It means respecting the listener's or receiver's time. It helps quick understanding and saves your time also. So let us see an example. Instead of saying I would like to inform you that I am writing this email to tell you, etc., etc. So simply instead of that you can say I am writing to inform you. Okay, in this way you can save your time. And another way, or by using this type of conciseness, you are bringing the clarity for your sentence. The second sentence delivers the same meaning in a cleaner and more professional way. Which sentence? I am writing to inform you that. Now let's talk about another essential principle of effective communication, completeness. Completeness means providing all the necessary information so that the receiver clearly understands the message and can take the required action without asking too many follow-up questions or too many unnecessary questions. So a message should be clear and short, but if important details are missing, communication becomes incomplete. बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि मैसेज कंसाइज करने की चक्कर में, क्लियर करने की चक्कर में हम लोग बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट या बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट वर्ड्स को डिलीट कर देते हैं. दैट इज ऑल्सो वेरी हार्मफुल फॉर आवर इफेक्टिव कम्युनिकेशन. So provide all necessary information for your clear action or for the clear understanding of receiver. So to make your message complete, try to answer a few basic questions: who, what, when, where, why, and how. So these simple questions help you include all essential details and avoid confusion. So just concentrate on these type of words and exactly you will be able to deliver complete message. So another important point is to provide proper and specific information. The receiver should not have to guess your intention कि आप बोल क्या रहे हो, उसको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. That is also very dangerous for effective communication. So complete communication saves your time, builds professionalism, and shows that you respect the receiver's needs. You should try to avoid incomplete or confusing messages. So Instead of that, you should deliver the complete and proper message, because it can save your time and reduces the follow-up questions also. Now let us see the example. If someone says meeting tomorrow, समझो the message is unclear, ऐसा बोला आपने कि meeting tomorrow. What is meeting tomorrow? Okay, उसमें कुछ हम लोगों को आइडिया नहीं लगता है, because this message is looking unclear and many details are missing. But if the message is marketing meeting tomorrow at 11 a.m. in the conference room, conference hall, etc., that the receiver knows exactly what to do. So that is the complete conversation. ओके, अनफिनिश्ड मैसेज भी गलत है, और अननेसेसरी वर्ड्स जो हम लोग यूज़ करते रहते हैं वो भी गलत है. वी हैव टू डिलीवर आवर मैसेज, वी हैव टू क्रिएट आवर सेंटेंसेस वेरी पोलाइटली विद द कंप्लीटनेस. The next important principle of effective communication is correctness. Correctness means that the message should be factually accurate and grammatically right. Correctness means that your message should be grammatically correct. When you communicate correctly with the proper using of grammar, sentence or formation of sentence, your audience feels confident about your words and trusts the information you are providing. But even a small mistake in your language, even a small mistake in the spelling, grammar or facts can change the entire meaning of a sentence, and it can reduce also your professional image. So the use of correct spelling and correct grammar is very much important. It is very much necessary. So the use of correct spelling and grammar is actually important for the effective communication. So what you can do, first always check your spelling, grammar. Simple errors can make a good message look careless, right? So in business communication or in the communication skill, grammar is not just about rules. It reflects your attention to detail and professionalism. Make sure your data, dates and names you are using in your message are accurate. They should be very accurate and proper. Use a proper language tone. Correctness is not only about grammar, it is also about using suitable and respectful language according to the situation. So a formal email should sound professional, while a classroom explanation can be simple and friendly. Correct communication builds trust and professionalism. For example, instead of writing your payment have been received, the correct sentence is your payment has been received. A small grammatical correction makes the message sound more polished and reliable. Consideration यानी कि दूसरों के बारे में विचार करना, विचारशीलता का नाम है consideration. So consideration means thinking from the receiver's point of view, यानी कि मैं जिससे बात कर रहा हूँ उसको कैसा लग रहा है. It is not just about what you want to say. It is about how the other person will feel, how other person or receiver will take or accept my message, in which way he will accept my message, in which way he will try to understand my message and react to your message. So when you show consideration, your communication becomes more respectful, positive and meaningful. So always you should try to think from the receiver's point of view. You should show the empathy and respect, or try to understand his emotions and feelings always. It is also the responsibility of every sender to know the feelings and emotion of receiver. So in real life, people remember not only your words but also your words made them feel. A considerate communicator tries to understand the receiver situation, emotion, needs before speaking or writing. So how can we practice consideration in communication? There are some ways. In this way you can also bring the effective consideration in the communication. So first, you should try to use polite and very respectful language. Even when giving instructions or corrections, the tone should be encouraging rather than blaming. Politeness creates comfort and openness. Next, focus on you instead of only I. Okay, so it is just a kind of hint I am giving you in the communication. You should always focus on you and not I. So communication becomes more effective when the message highlights the benefit or perspective of the receiver. So this small shift in language makes your message very powerful and supportive instead of self-centered. So self-centered message is always harmful for effective communication. You should always try to understand the audience's need and background. The way you speak to students, colleagues or clients may differ, but consideration ensures that your message connects with everyone in a positive way. As an example, instead of saying you failed to submit the form, you can also say please submit the form today so we can process your request. So this politeness actually bring the power for our communication. Now let's understand the final and very important principle of effective communication is courtesy. It is of 7 C's of communication. Courtesy means being polite, respectful and positive while speaking or writing. So it is not only about what you say, but also about how you say it. Even a correct message can sound harsh if the tone is rude, but a courteous message creates comfort and cooperation. And actually you should try to always avoid rude and aggressive words while talking or while communicating with other person. So in professional communication, words carry emotions. That is why we should always avoid rude or aggressive language. Instead of giving orders, try to sound supportive and respectful. Simple phrases like please, thank you, kindly cooperate. So these words make a big difference. These small words show professionalism and create a positive impression about your personality, and also it can relax the tension or the mood of tension between two people. So another important part of courtesy is maintaining a professional tone. Being polite does not mean being weak. It means communicating with maturity and respect. ओके तो जो भी देखो मैच्योर पर्सन रहते हैं, जो अच्छे बिजनेसमैन रहते हैं, वो वीक नहीं रहते बोलने में, लेकिन वो पोलाइट रहते हैं. तो बीइंग पोलाइट इट डज नॉट मीन यू आर वीक. Whether you are sending an email, giving instructions or talking in a meeting, your tone should be calm, balanced and encouraging. Let us see some examples. Instead of saying send the file immediately, you can also say please send the file when you get time today. So the message remains clear but the tone becomes more cooperative or respectful. In other words, you can also say kindly send the mail or kindly send the file when you get the time today, or you can also say kindly send the mail by today evening. So in this way you can just reduce that type of anger and tension from your message by using such kind of simple and polite words. So what is the result of courteous communication? Actually courtesy helps maintain strong professional relationships. People feel valued when they are spoken to politely, and this builds trust, teamwork and long-term goodwill. Now at the last I would like to show you all the titles of 7 C's of effective communication कि ये पूरे PPT में हम लोगों ने कौन से 7 C's देखे हैं. तो वन बाय वन मैं आप लोगों को अभी लास्ट में बताऊंगा. तो फर्स्ट है हमारी क्लैरिटी, यानी कि जो भी बोलना है क्लियर बोलना है, स्पष्टता से बोलना है. द सेकंड वन इज दैट कंसाइजनेस, यानी कि हम लोगों को अननेसेसरी वर्ड्स वगैरह कुछ यूज नहीं करने हैं. जितना बोलना है उतना ही बोलना है और समय से पहले बोलकर हम लोगों को निकल जाना है. कंसाइज का मतलब है कि बिना ज़्यादा बात किए हुए जो भी बोलना है वही बोलकर जब हमारा मैसेज खत्म हो जाएगा तो उसे हम लोग कंसाइजनेस कहते हैं. कंप्लीटनेस का मतलब होता है कि जो भी बोलना है वो क्लियर तो बोलना है, कंसाइज भी बोलना है, लेकिन कंप्लीटली बोलना है, क्योंकि बोलते समय इंपॉर्टेंट वर्ड्स हम लोगों से ना छूट जाए. जो भी बोलना है, जितना बोलना है करेक्टली बोलना है और कंप्लीट बोलना है. और करेक्टनेस भी इसके लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है. हम लोगों का स्पेलिंग अच्छा होना चाहिए और उसके बाद हमारा ग्रामर भी अच्छा होना चाहिए. तो इन दिस वे वी कैन ब्रिंग द करेक्टनेस इन आवर लैंग्वेज. उसके बाद है कॉन्क्रीटनेस का मतलब है कि हम जो भी बोलेंगे वो दृढ़ता से बोलेंगे. जो भी बोलना है वो फिक्स होगा, यानी कि फॉर्मल कम्युनिकेशन में हम लोगों को एम्बिगिटी से बात नहीं करनी है, असंदिग्धता से बात नहीं करनी है. यानी कि हमारे सेंटेंस के दो मीनिंग नहीं निकलने चाहिए, एक ही मीनिंग में, एक ही क्लियर स्टेटमेंट में कॉन्क्रीट आइडिया जाना चाहिए. उसके बाद है कंसिडरेशन, और बोलते समय हम लोगों को दूसरों का विचार भी करना चाहिए. यानी कि रिसीवर हमारा मैसेज कौन से तरीके से लेगा और उसकी फीलिंग्स का क्या, उसकी एम्पैथी का क्या, उसका विचार करके जब हम लोग बात करते हैं तो होता है कंसिडरेशन. और लास्ट का होता है कर्टसी, यानी कि बोलते समय ऑल्दो यू आर टॉकिंग फॉर्मल कम्युनिकेशन में भी हम लोगों को कर्टसी, पोलाइटनेस, यानी कि जो वर्ड मैंने लास्ट स्लाइड में आपको दिखाए थे, काइंडली, प्लीज़ वगैरह, ऐसे शब्दों का उपयोग करना चाहिए, जिससे कि हमारा जो कम्युनिकेशन में एक रिलेशन बनता है रिसीवर के साथ वो अच्छा बनेगा. ऐसे ही बहुत ही सिंपल तरीके से 7 C's ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन हम लोग अपने आंसर शीट पे लिख सकते हैं. बात यह है कि अगर आप अपनी किसी भी पढ़ाई को, अपनी स्टडी को दिमाग लगाकर अगर पढ़ने की कोशिश कर रहे हो या उसे दिमाग में स्टोर करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो, तो डेफिनेटली मेरा तो तजुर्बा ये कहता है कि आप लोगों को थोड़े दिन के बाद ये याद नहीं आएगा। लेकिन अगर किसी चीज़ को आप लोग अपने दिल से पढ़ते हो, पसंद करके पढ़ते हो, तो डेफिनेटली आप लोगों को वो आंसर इजीली कभी भी आ सकता है। और इसी के लिए मैं आपको एक प्रार्थना करता हूँ, टू लर्न एवरी चैप्टर, टू लर्न एवरी एलिमेंट ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन, टू लर्न एवरी बेसिक आइडिया ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन बाय योर हार्ट। एट द लास्ट आई एम रिक्वेस्टिंग ऑल ऑफ यू टू प्लीज़ to encourage me, like, subscribe, share and comment on my video. Thank you.